Hello and welcome for the final time of me saying it to the Record Around podcast. This is a series in which we take representatives from different record arounds across the subreddit and discuss topical matters in the world of RRs. This is the 17th episode and it is also our 1 year anniversary special, although it's a little bit late. And we will also be rounding up the results for the Record Around Awards of 2017. We are now 19 days into the new year, however, 2017 cannot truly be ended off until we find out who has won each of our tasty awards that we have been sort of finding out the results for over the last month. So, yeah, about just over a month ago, I posted on the subreddit for the nominations for these Record Around Awards, where people could freely post any winners to any of the 10 categories, as long as, you know, that clip was posted within the year of 2017. The voting for that closed about, well, exactly on the new year at midnight, and then about an hour later, the second round of voting was released, where players got to choose between the top 3 nominated players / record around / intro / whatever for each category. We have now counted up and totaled the votes, and they have been independently verified, because that's like a cool thing that people always say when you count up votes, and we now have a total of 241 valid votes, not spread across. That's like the total number of votes, and then each individual award has a little bit less than that, and we will go over those now. Before we get into the awards, I just want to say I mentioned it in the very beginning of this intro, but this is going to be my final episode of the podcast. I put it in the Record Around Discord and on Twitter, but, you know, not everyone may have seen that, so if you watch the series and you're not active on either of those things, then I will be leaving, because my interest in Record Around is dwindling a bit, and these lovely people will be here in my place, and Lego might be able to show up. Good job, Lego. Right. He might join us in a minute, but we're going to crack on with business, because, you know, we're starting on time with this. So yeah, I hope you guys do good with my series, and let's get on with the episode. So, boom, 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 boom. You guys can say something. I feel like I'm just talking to myself.
I was about to say, like, you haven't even introduced us.
I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to cut you off from your speech.
Yeah,
so
I just wanted to introduce the principle.
I was going to say, like, once the votes are read, the decision is final. Recorded round voted out must immediately leave the subreddit or something.
You said something about tasty votes, and that made me a little annoyed, but you know what? We'll get through it.
I did not say tasty.
You said you used tasty in incorrect fashion, sir.
I may have done. I apologize for this. Anyway, let's crack on. So, the order in which I say the nominated record arounds for each category will be completely random, so don't go thinking this has any sort of thing to do with how they performed in the vote. So, our first of our 3 nominated record arounds, it was first aired on the 11th of June 2017, with Season 1 being organised by Shoopter and Zfic. It is Lampoon.
Woo!
Little cheer there.
Bias as fuck.
Yeah, I did have a few questions about that, probably worth mentioning. The reason I put Shup and Zfic down as the organisers, because it was Best Upcoming RR, that state around which had their debut season in 2017, and I thought because it was about debut seasons, I thought it was more appropriate to name the organiser of the very first season of the round, which is why it says Zfic instead of Max, so I apologise, Max, but this award is for Zfic.
You organised season
not for yourself.
1 and 2, and I haven't even organised a released season yet, so no sweat.
And okay, good. I'm glad you are not offended.
Also, to be fair, Zfic is in charge of referrals.
Is he? Oh shit! Right, moving on to the second category. Not second category. What am I on about? The second record around for the upcoming record around team. It was first aired. It is just about valid for this award, as it was released on the 7th of January 2017, organised by MBear and Spoood. We have Chroma.
Mania.
Yep.
I can't respond to eating pie.
And our final nomination, the trailer was a thing of beauty for Season 1. Organised by Sluggyg and the 22 Scoops. First aired on the 24th of April 2017. We have Classification.
Yeah.
Woo.
And now, without further ado. So the way I'm going to do this is the first round that I'm going to say is the round that came in third place, not narrowing us down to the top two, and then the second name I'll say will be the winning round, and then I'll go over the stats of the one that came in second place after I've announced the winner. So, in third place, this specific award received 225 total votes. 55 of those votes, collecting a total of 24.4% of the total vote, was Chroma.
Light applause.
So our final two are Classification and Lampoon.
I just want to say if anyone gets third place and you're disappointed, just at least know that you're in the top 3, and I'd say that's very good.
Exactly. Oh no. It's Lego Beast.
Start without me. This is unbelievable.
You said you couldn't make it.
He also said he was going to yell when he joined, and I'm very disappointed.
Right,
right,
Lego, just to fill you in,
we're
on the very first award, and we've just announced that Chroma finished in third place. With 55
oh no.
with 24.4%.
It might be better if Lego didn't turn up.
Yeah, I'm getting that sense. Alright, so our final two are Lampoon and Classification, with a total 170 votes. Still up for grabs between those two recorder rounds. So now, in first place, with 44.4% of the votes, which was equal to exactly 100 votes, was Lampoon. Congratulations to Lampoon, organised by Shoopter / Zfic and Maximum 50.
Thank you.
And also, we must give a little thanks to, or a little congratulations to our second place candidate, was Classification, with 31.1% of the votes, which was 70 votes. So a valiant performance. They were keeping up with Lampoon. In fact, they were ahead of them for quite a while, but Lampoon just sort of broke away towards the end of the voting process. So yeah, I genuinely didn't know who was going to win that award until fairly recently. Who did I vote for?
Yeah.
Classification.
Interesting.
Wow.
The truth comes out, everyone.
It was because of Shoopter's Twitter campaign. That's what really secured the win.
Yeah, I'm with Grant on this one. Not cool, dude.
Whatever, we're not going to mock somebody for who they voted for. That's just inappropriate.
Unless you voted for...
Chroma.
What?
I'm kidding.
Wow. They still got like, the votes, to be fair. There's, no need to be harsh.
I'm kidding, everyone in Chroma.
Yeah,
we do apologize for Lego being back on the podcast.
Yeah, none of us wanted it either. Right. Do we want to move on to the second award, or does anyone have any final comments?
Yes, let's end the podcast now.
Okay.
I will say that seeing Class get quite a bit high on that, they've been making some really creative trailers lately with their
why are you here?
What?
I was about to say, why
you're not on the podcast.
Mention the fact that Quill is
Hello!
Yeah, Quill is just here.
It's the slow takeover of the R podcast Discord.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I have leaked
Every
into.
regular is here.
The second award.
Every regular is here. Just
I just want to say that I'm kind of surprised Classification finished in second and not third. No diss to the round. Just it only has 2 seasons, I think. Well, Lampoon only has 2 seasons as well.
Well, yeah, Chroma has the most seasons out of the 3. It is the only one to have 3 seasons.
When you look at the
roster, third place. What can I say?
But I suppose it was released on the 7th of January, so they pretty much had an entire year to get those 3 seasons out. Whereas Lampoon didn't come out until the 11th of June, so... Right, should we move on properly?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so the second of our awards is the Best Record Around Intro. This award received a total of 228 votes. It is not, unfortunately.
Why?
I think people actually... Was that in 2017?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people forgot about it.
Interesting.
Or maybe thought that it was in 2016 just because of how infrequent seasons actually were.
It was 2017.
That was my... I thought it was in 20.
Yeah, my vote's for Out of Orbit 17. 7. I mean,
Out of
17?
17 was pretty
Excuse
good.
me.
One of the highlights of the
Earth
series,
2.
if you ask
We'll
me.
be living in space.
My
by the
vote
time
is
that
for
comes out.
AP season. AP season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I can't wait
What
for
year?
Andromeda.
oh boy.
Andromeda's a galaxy.
Bad.
Right.
Okay, well, let's hear the
award number
nominees.
2. So, our first nominee, created by Cryptic and aired on the 15th of June 2017, we have New Dawn Season 13.
Woo!
Now, this intro was not only deemed the best intro of 2017, but the best of all time as per the recent top 100 record around intros for this year.
Watch
But
our
can
podcast for that one.
Yeah, we
Don't.
did the
Just
podcast
don't.
on that. Check it out.
Just don't.
Just don't.
I think it really looked out for Cryptic that intro came out pretty close to when that video was done by AJ.
Oh, that's probably the only reason it won.
I would say that because it was so
Nice.
fresh.
Oh shit!
I mean,
Like, no, I like
don't
it a
think
lot.
the same.
It was a good intro.
Round come out around the same
I
time.
mean,
Yeah.
if that would have come out 3 months before, it would have been like number 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that.
I'm delaying the next Pathfinder intro until the next top 100 comes
yeah,
out.
you're gonna
Right.
release it like the day
The
before the top
second
100
of
thing
our
comes
3
out.
nominees for this category, released on the 18th of August 2017, created by Lemboy124. It is Back in Time, ultrahardcore Season 4. Now, this round was...
Wait.
Now, this intro was deemed good enough that it was actually received Reddit Gold on the subreddit by an unknown, amazing donor.
Intro was good
It,
enough.
it was Len Boy.
Yeah, I was
Was
gonna say
it-
it's probably.
Wait, was it Len?
I don't
Fuck's
know.
sake, right.
I don't
We're
know.
cutting that
I
out
think
of the
I think it might have been
episode.
BJ. I think it might have been BJ. BJ got
BJ does kill some stuff. a
well.
lot.
BJ got gifted like a bunch of gold for Reddit and just gives it out for good shit.
Alright.
Yeah.
Know that. And
I'm
our
giving out a
third
lot of.
and final nomination, making their second appearance in this episode already, it is Chroma Season 3. Now, this intro was created by Max Organized. It was his.
That's me.
It is to this date his only intro to have been released on the subreddit, but it went down enormously, and this one also received Reddit Gold. So, despite having got number 1 in the top 100 record around intros, New Dawn 13 is the only intro on this list to have not received Reddit Gold. So, you know, we'll see how this plays out.
The highest commendation.
So, I have an announcement to make for this one. We will be going straight on to the first place contender because places 2 and 3
Got no
received an
votes.
complete, an equal number of votes.
Wow.
So
Like,
I
equal,
will not say, you know, which 2 rounds this is, but I can announce that rounds that came in 3rd and 2nd place both received 72 votes, getting 31.7 of the total vote percentage each.
Wow.
Meaning the winner only got 36.6% of the vote each.
Oh my god.
So there were
that's
11
actually
votes between 1st and 3rd for this category. But the winner of the 2017 record around intro, retaining their title, it is New Dawn Season 13.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I want to say I'm also still. I mean, I guess this doesn't debunk Grant's theory of if it came out 3 months before, because the voting happened much after the intro came out. I mean, I think it was a better intro than the other 2 that were listed. In my opinion, I still think Out of Orbit 7 was the best of the year, but it didn't make it to the top 3. So, but if I had to pick out of those,
Also, I think a
3,
lot of people who don't really know much about record around intros maybe would have voted for it thinking, oh, well, it came first in the record around voting, so it was probably the best
yeah.
one. And,
So,
you
but
know,
out of
that could
those
have been
3,
a
I'd have to choose my main man, Cryptic, for New Dawn 13.
Props to Krypton Zev for a real good one.
Yeah, that was a good
Yes,
one.
very,
I
yes,
really
as
good
Max
one.
said, props.
Did Cinema
my
Season-
vote went to Back in Time 4 because
Well,
I thought
wait,
it was
I'm
the
sorry.
best
Can
made.
we interrupt
3.
it? Oh, sorry. Grant, what were you just going to say about cinema?
Did Cinema Season 4 come out in 2017?
No!
Because that gets my
not.
vote.
That would be, like, I don't know. It would be high up on my list.
Oh,
Number 1,
the future!
debatable.
The future!
He even had a guest feature in the Out of Orbit episode.
Wait, Cinema...
I'm pretty sure it didn't.
Right.
November 11th,
Moving on.
2016.
Question mark?
Wait, no, I'm
November
finding
11th,
it.
2016 is when
Jesus.
Cinema 4 came out.
Right.
Well, I take that.
But
Okay,
yeah,
Grant,
like-
we'll get it next year.
So, our third record around category. Now, this category is the best individual season. Now, things like good intro, good trailer, all of those things come from, you know, actual creativity and people putting in loads of hard effort. But if there's one thing that putting in loads of effort and organization cannot assure you, it is that you get a perfect season whereby the gameplay point of view is actually entertaining for the viewers. And these are 3 examples of when everything just kind of worked and ended up creating an awesome season for people to watch. And those 3 contenders are, featuring for the second time in this list, it is Back in Time Season 4 by Lemboy.
They're on a roll.
Our second best individual season was One Time Record Around Stranded, with a really cool concept, organized by LeonTG and AndrizzlePC.
Did Leon actually organize it?
Yeah, they
Oh,
did
okay.
co-organize it.
I thought it was just Andy, my bad.
And then our third and final candidate is the largest FFA record around of all time, organized by TheSimplySam. It is Cataclysm Season 8.
They have my vote.
Wow, yeah.
Well,
You
now
can't.
we know.
I mean, okay. I mean, like, it's a pretty big roster, and the fact that it actually worked and it went well that's pretty impressive on its own.
It was a much more different viewing experience than
Yes.
any other recorded round this year, I would say.
Yes, agreed. Stranded, honestly, I completely forgot Stranded was not only existed but happened this year.
There.
Like if you asked me what year, I would have said 16. Honestly.
I said,
Really?
like 15.
I
was-
only
it
know
was
that 'cause
quite
it
a while
came out
ago.
when I was in America, so like I sort of remember all the rounds.
Are you in
of that.
America? You should post a Twitter thread about it.
So,
I don't know. Wait, what was that one season 1 round that came out with Cyclops in it?
Karma.
Like it. Karma, yeah, that's my vote.
Grant,
Karma,
I mean,
was that the
Dom,
one
sure,
with
like-
me and Thin White Male went
I mean,
out on a
Tom-
killing spree in episode
what's
2?
what's your vote, Dom? Dom, what's your vote for?
Yeah, I'm moving for Karma also.
Yeah.
Joey,
Pretty sure
Joey,
of
do you have
like
any,
the
Joey, who are you
3
voting for?
players,
But
5 of
what
them got
am I
kills.
voting for?
What are you
Best
voting
individual
for
season.
best individual season? There's a right answer, by the way.
Cynical
Karma.
Season 5.
No, it's
Hmm.
Karma. It is Karma season.
Yep.
I'll
accept that
Guys, keep
answer.
them coming.
These are great answers.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
about
a-
you,
that's a
but I
strike.
really want to hear that
That's
4th
not a
award.
strike. What are you striking him for?
He knows. He knows what he did.
Okay.
Alright, so the third place contender for this category,
Oh my god.
with only 26 votes, 11.3% of the total vote percentage, it is Back in Time Season
Carp.
4.
Oh no.
Come on.
Why is everyone hyperventilating?
Guys, Karma is still in the running.
Sorry, I'm freaking out, man.
Get your shit together.
Jesus Christ.
My goosebumps.
Are we good?
Wait, is it? Wait.
Yeah, we're
is
good-
it
we're
me?
good. Yeah,
we're
Is it
fine.
me too?
So, that leaves 204 of the votes still in the play
Wow.
between the final 2 recorder rounds. So we will now move straight on to the winner between Karma
yes, yes.
and Cataclysm Season 8.
Okay.
And the
Get a
winner of
fucking
this
paper
category
bag!
with 123 votes, making up 53.5% of the total
No
vote
way.
percentage. It is Karma,
What?
otherwise known as Stranded.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You think Stranded beat out Kata?
Yes.
What is wrong with these people?
At least you're honest.
No,
Because
I know.
Lightning
Okay.
got not 1 but 2 kills in Cataclysm. That's why.
Just made it unwatchable. Yeah.
No, okay, no. I'm not saying it's a bit, but like it beat out Kata. Like if you were saying like the top 2 were like Stranded and fucking I don't know Incidendo 2, sure. But I think that's the max I'd
You know,
go
I
if
played
Stranded
Incident
wins.
too.
I nearly
I-
voted Space Phoenix for best perspective
I
this year.
feel like
but
I
figured
say
out.
this every single podcast, but I think this is the worst podcast.
We're actually horrible people.
Yeah, you
Well, I
know all
haven't
that
done
controversy
anything.
from the very first episode.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
this
I
is
mean-
like Lego is worse than that right
Like-
now.
like,
Okay,
I know
wait
we
a
make
minute.
fun
Before
of
we
stuff.
of everything.
It's
Okay,
the
wait.
curse
If there
that
was,
it
if
seems
there
to
was
go
no
terribly
honesty,
wrong.
if there was no honesty on this podcast would.
It's not honesty, brother. I know there's a lot
Lego.
of jokes, but it's just straight bias. We're shitting on a lot of people every single episode.
No, I'm not.
like,
no,
without
I'm being
fail.
honest. I don't think Stranded deserves to be
Lego.
Cata. That's my
You just-
honest opinion.
You
Okay,
just
it's your
said that
opinion.
53.5% of the people who voted on that.
But the
dog
issue
was
is you
stupid.
said
I did
It
not
needs
say
a
there was
little
stupid. I said
honesty.
why.
your opinion is an honesty.
Alright, so
Thank
Kata
you.
came second with
And-
81 votes, which was 35.2%.
And Karma
of
came
the total
first.
vote.
Karma came mega first.
Karma came first. Fuck. Okay, for the fourth award.
Keep going, Grant. Keep going. You got this.
Was that actually pretending to be me?
Okay, for the fourth award, for best Karma Season 1 player,
We have Cyclops.
we had Cyclops, Big Z60,
Where? Me?
and Bad Fan.
Yes.
Bad
In
Fan
third
came
place.
in third with
This is where
3
like, we need
votes.
to like yourself kind of give a
And
disclaimer
Big
of
Z60
saying
came in first
everyone
with
but Lego is
378
extremely sorry
votes.
if we've offended you.
Oh no, what's the next category?
Right. The
I'm recording
category,
everyone
'cause
separately.
apparently
I'm just gonna mute Lego on my part.
Good idea.
Right. So the next category is for best one-time recorded round of the year. Now, I think there were
Season
only
one.
3 one.
My God.
I'll say that much.
Karma Season 1 gets so many awards.
Stop. Please.
For recorded
Karma
round
Season
best
1's actually won
underwater.
more awards than Lemboy. And Lemboy's up for like 6.
I've only been a part of the podcast for like 4 episodes. This is definitely the worst one so far.
Yeah, okay.
I've been here for
The thing
13
is-
and it's still the worst one so
We
far.
scrapped Gala over this.
Okay, best recorded round with underwater audio editing. Karma Season 1.
I just
Stop.
wait. Okay.
Why
actual,
is this not being
actual thing.
edited out?
Was Karma ever even nominated for anything?
No.
It was
Oh,
nominated
okay.
for
I
best season,
don't think so.
best one time, best intro.
Are we cutting this out?
No, this is all. This is all
Don, this is
staying.
up to you.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
stays in. Anyway, moving on to the 4th official category, and I have to specify official category at this point of the episode. We have the best one-time
Underwater.
recorded round. Now, I'm pretty sure there were only 3 one-time recorded rounds this year.
There was 4.
What was the 4th one that didn't make the list?
Karma
UHC
Season 1.
Canada. No,
Oh,
UHC
Canada, right?
UHC
Yeah.
UHC Canada!
UHC Canada,
My phone!
we do love you. It had Andy Boy on alert. And
Is it a
everything.
problem if people know the podcast is currently being recorded?
No.
In front of a live
Right.
studio audience.
I'm pretty sure
With
you
this-
announced it back then. You
Yeah,
were like,
I did broadcast it to everyone in the RR Discord.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so our 3 nominations organised by GreenRLH, which is not really a one-time RR actually now I think about it because it's an annual event, so this one should be disqualified in reality. We have UHC World Cup.
You made the rules.
By GreenRLH.
Yeah.
It was season 1, although I'm pretty sure he disappeared during the upload period and Chipzzy took it over or something
he's
like
like
that.
gone now. I don't know what's up with Mr. RLH.
So we're going to have GreenRLH and Chipzzy for this one.
On the Croatian team.
Joey, what have you tweeted?
That was
Don't watch it when it comes out. Oh, charming.
I
If
mean,
you want to
okay.
hear about Karma, definitely watch this
Our
one.
second
It's on the
nomination, we have a more modern take on one minor niners by Bobbytheturtle and ScribLur. We have Cheaper by the Dozen.
112
elves.
112.
I'm so sad I couldn't use that name.
I actually like the name
Yeah.
Cheaper by the Dozen. I think it's quite clever.
Ugh.
I don't think it should have happened.
I actually agree with you.
Yeah, but didn't it have who does it have in it? That IRL friend guy. who
Barrett
now everyone
Garrett.
loves. Yeah, that's the one.
Fair
You
play.
said-
If there was
IRL
one
friend
good
guy, but
thing
you
that
completely
came
ignore
from
that
it.
Nate 2 gamer showed up before Garrett, and none of you shit on Nate. Like, I don't get why you guys were so mean to Garrett when that came out.
What?
Wait, why
What?
are
No
people
one was
so
mean
mean?
to Garrett. What the
Who
fuck
was
are
mean
you
to
on
him?
about? Name me
Don't
one
I like
person who
Garrett.
was mean to
I-
Ben.
You sound so passionate about this.
Literally joined TS, and Garrett says to me, "Why are all your friends on the RR podcast such dicks to get so dicks to me?"
What?
Like about a dozen. They were so
What did we
mean.
do?
I was like, "What?"
Disclaimer. Wait, who said
IRL friend guy. Oop, not Nate2 Gamer. We're talking about Bear Garrett here.
It was secretly Lego that said all this, by the way.
No,
that? We
this is an
apologize
actual
if we have
thing.
caused any offense towards Bear Garrett.
Let me go see if Garrett's in the ambition team. Let's get his take on this.
You can get him in here if you want. This is genuinely an awful episode.
This
Well,
is
no,
probably
keep
related to
going, keep
awards,
going,
right?
keep going.
What?
Don't
What is-
watch it.
Come on, why?
To be fair, we have to drag this episode out a little bit, don't we?
Do
What
we
is
now?
this video?
No,
Oh
exactly.
no!
I don't know what I expected.
Yeah, to be fair, why wasn't like that at the top of my mind? Anyway, and our third category, not why the fuck don't
You haven't even announced the winner!
The next Karmagory.
Our next round, or our final round for this category, we have Stranded UHC once again, organised by LeonTG and AndrizzlePC.
Wow.
Stranded should win this one. I think Stranded should win this one, honestly.
Okay, so
Let's see what
in
it does.
third place, so so this category had 233 total votes, with 25 of those votes finishing with 10.7% of the total votes. It is Cheaper by the Dozen.
Sorry,
What?
Bobby.
Wow.
Sorry, Bobby.
That wasn't a dozen percentage of
I didn't
votes,
watch
though.
it.
Not
That
sorry
was
to
cheaper.
Bear Garrett,
that was
though.
cheaper
Fuck
than
you.
a dozen of votes.
I
Right.
hate all
Our
of
final
you.
votes are between Stranded and UHC World Cup with 108 votes, 208 votes still up for grabs. So finishing in first place with 155 votes, 66.5% of the total vote percentage, we have Stranded.
Karma.
Yeah.
Wow.
To be expected.
I
Fun
voted-
fact,
I
fun
voted for
fact,
World Cup
everyone.
myself, but hey,
It's
Yeah,
a little-
I voted for World Cup
Just
also.
a little fun fact, everyone. Mop played for USA.
You did.
On,
I didn't
No,
know.
that was Donald Trump.
Actually, people gave quite a lot of shit about that at the time, if I remember.
Another
Yeah.
fun fact.
And I
another-
don't understand that.
Why
Another
would
fun
he-
fact,
why would
I
Mop
didn't
get
play
shit?
for Israel.
you got frozen Benny.
You're
for it.
not
Raising
from
Benny,
Israel.
yeah? Like,
You
no,
don't
I
live
don't
in
get it. Like,
Israel.
when you have a country, yeah, like the USA, where like 60% of the community is actually from, how do you choose the perfect representative?
You can't.
Like,
I
Oh,
remember,
he's got-
I remember,
he's got
I remember
Mop.
during the
Choosing.
organizing. I remember
Okay.
during the organizing, they originally wanted to go with a non-competitive roster. Then they realized, fuck, how are we going to get a non-competitive player from Uruguay?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's
here's
a
the-
few people in there who
Simple.
have to represent their country who are really good. Hence why the Mop was not the Mop. Oh god, I wish the Mop played.
The Mop.
Mop played for the US
Okay,
because he
but
was originally meant to be non-competitive. Then a bunch
okay,
of competitive people played.
I mean, if you're going for a non-competitive person from the U.S., there are literally millions of people. Not millions. There are literally
What?
thousands of people you
What's
can
wrong
choose
with
from.
Mop?
Sorry, what?
Why was he a bad choice?
I didn't. I'm
compared
not
to
saying he's a
anyone
bad choice, but when you think of when I tell you bad fan, if I were to tell you to think of a person from the USA that's not competitive, that's in the UHC community, is Mop 19 the first person you think of?
Who would you pick then?
No,
Who else
but
would you suggest?
Why-
Is,
why
is
does
it a
it matter?
rule that you
I
have to
literally think
pick
of a
the
million
first?
people before I think
He
of Mop.
literally lives in the United States of America. He's an American
Don't you,
citizen.
Grant?
He fits. Yeah, I know.
He fits the
I'm-
bill.
His
He
skin
fits
is
the
Donald
fucking
Trump.
criteria.
What more do you need?
Caesar Octavius repped Canada, and I'm not going to argue that Caesar Octavius is what pops into your head when you think Canadian UHC player. He's
Alright.
Canadian. He
I
plays
need
UHC.
to interrupt this
He's repped
really
for
important
Canada.
discussion by
That's all it
saying, Logs but Dogs just asked for a shout out and he told me I wouldn't. So just to prove him
Oh.
wrong.
Wait,
Logs
you know
but
what?
Dogs,
Wait,
this is
before
your
you give him
shout
the-
out.
You know, give him the TS pass. Let's make it.
No.
Let's make it one back.
This really isn't
We're
an
already
issue.
so
Shut up,
off
Lego.
the rails.
Alright,
I'm
we
not
need
saying-
to
I'm just
move
saying you
on.
can
Le-
think of a lot of
Lego, I
better
know you're mad,
representatives.
but for some reason I didn't play for Palestine, so that sucks.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that?
And they didn't let me hold my flag at the last Olympics. Christ.
People these days.
Okay,
Okay,
guys,
for the
who's
fifth-
winning what award next?
Our
The
next
fifth
award. Is this the fifth one? I don't know, I've lost count.
For the fifth award, that's recorded round where Zeppelis did not upload. Karma, you...
Oh.
Following people that don't upload their perspectives.
Nominations are
Top 3 RRs where someone hacked. I can think of 3, so not from 2017, unfortunately.
He was flying in the intro because it was funny, guys. Come on.
Onyx 312 in Gold Diggers Season 2.
That's
Right.
the memorable one.
Who? Someone hacked a new Dawn. Was that Creeper 2 Dacne?
Dacne? Hello?
Dacne.
Dani.
What? No, fuck off. Is
No,
that
it's
pronounced?
Dani. It's like D-A and then knee, as in like a knee. Dani.
Daphne.
No, it's Dacne.
No, it's Creeper 2, Dani. Getting
Oh
a
my
Creeper hit to
fucking
the
God.
knee.
Hey, fun fact. We just did our last award like 4 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Creeper 2
Right,
Dacne,
should we move
get outta
on?
here.
Right, so we have the best record around kill of the year.
There's a right answer for this, by the way.
Well, shut up.
there
I'm
really
not
is.
kidding. There's a
There are
right answer for this.
226 total votes for the following award, with the following 3 candidates. We have Lenboy with a pretty decent tactical kill on Guep in, once again, Back in Time Season 4.
Mhm.
We have Dibscraft, where Shadow Lego literally let him kill him
Wow.
in
Real
WMC Season 22. And we
If that
have...
wins, I call bullshit.
And then we have, yeah, literally, when I messaged Dibs saying he was nominated, he was just like, what the fuck is this? And then we have Miles 1 Baseball in Ambition Season 19 with a nice little double kill on 99 King Zero.
That's how you're going to describe it? You're not going to describe it with anything else? Or
Nope.
No.
so
You can. Right,
does-
Lego,
so
give
wait,
me your
okay,
briefest
does
description
Dibs'
on
kill
this kill.
count as a kill if Shadow Lego let him kill him? I
Well,
don't-
people voted for it.
People
so-
voted for it. I mean,
I didn't
interesting.
control what people voted for.
if only
Okay,
someone
so
here had
who is
powers to
third
veto the
place?
public's votes.
Guys, who's third place? Come on.
Lego,
I'm going to
you-
say something.
Wait,
Like, I don't.
Lego, you were meant to describe the kill. That's
I
what
don't
it
think
was,
I have to. I think it's the fact that Miles literally went 3 entire human years without getting a kill, and he gets 2, and we're talking about someone letting themselves get killed as a nominee.
I mean, there is a third option.
to get Dibscraft's
Oh, yeah,
like,
I mean, the Len one- yeah, the Len
55th,
one was- I,
WMC kill.
the Len one was very good too. I will give him credit on
Okay.
that.
So,
Yeah, so number
unfortunately
3.
for this one, we're going to once again have to jump straight to the winner because 2 and 3 received equal amount of votes.
Really?
Yes, I feel
That
so
many.
sorry. Yeah. Right, so those 2 players both received 54 votes each, which was 23.8% of the total vote percentage, leaving our winner with 52.4%
God.
of the total vote percentage with 118 votes. It is Miles 1 Baseball.
Good
Yeah,
shit.
that's excellent.
Good.
Good shit.
Oh,
You know
oh
what?
wait,
You know what? This
I
makes
actually
up-
have like. I have
This
a
makes
serious-
up for your stranded cat image.
Shut up,
This
Lego.
makes up for it. Good job,
Mix
guys.
up.
I have a serious.
It was
like,
an error.
I have a serious honorable mention.
Okay.
Big Z60's kill on some animal.
Shut up.
I've muted Grant at this point.
Have you actually?
No.
Yeah, I was saying, there's no way he's muted a good portion of the podcast. You know?
Number of days.
Can you keep a
number
counter
of
of
days
karma
of
jokes in
attending
the
people
top
in
right?
podcasts. Zero.
Yeah,
Trust
Dom,
me,
please do that.
I'm editing this. It's gonna be special.
Okay, do we want to move on swiftly to the next
Yes.
category?
Please.
Wait,
So
I
for the next
see.
one,
Yeah.
we have the
Yeah.
funniest record around death.
Thank you for
Yeah.
not nominating me for any of
Dumb
these people. Really
animal.
appreciate
Yeah, I was
it.
surprised. I was
I
really
couldn't
surprised.
choose a best from you, so I just went
Like,
with
There
uh,
are like 15 this one
Yeah,
year.
like
I was
you were
pretty happy
nominated for
about that.
3 different kills. It's just none of them got enough to get into the top 3.
I don't
think.
really care. As long, yeah, I don't really save myself the embarrassment.
When some animal died in Karma Season 1, I was laughing so hard.
You know, Grant, you know what else made me laugh really hard about
What?
Karma? When they went underwater and the music changed.
I'm literally watching the intro and that just happened.
How the fuck did we get back
Oh,
here?
Bad fan. What's the next award?
Right,
the
right. So
spectator
the next
was like,
award is
"What?"
the funniest record around death of the year. This is
Oh,
hopeless.
yay! I'm excited to get second place.
Oh, come on, Joe, have some confidence.
I always get second place in everything. I never win anything.
Guys,
So-
let's turn that around today. Let's do it.
We're
Let's
here for
rig
a
the
change.
votes.
So our 3 nominations. We have the first time someone actually in this channel right now has actually been nominated for anything. We have the Sonic
Matt.
Joey
Hey!
his unfortunate death at the hands of LeonTG into the end season 15.
Well, I mean, Batfan, if you didn't script the organizers for Lampoon, Max would have been nominated for that.
Kicked Joey in the arse.
Yeah, I was.
As Leon
He just
was
forgot.
randomly
Yeah.
rodding around the Nether Fortress and hit him into lava. That's the quickest way I can describe it. Our second candidate, we have 0x4 or Benny, who in Phobia season 11, who somehow managed to die to water in.
No.
But that's the wrong one. Hold on, I'll be back.
Be back in a minute. He's out for a walk.
Where the fuck is he gone?
Okay, guys,
I'm back.
I'm gonna
Hello.
do a side
Sorry.
award.
My dad came in, so I kind of got thrown off the train of thought.
Yeah, he
Dom,
was like,
Dom, can you edit in a
why
picture
didn't
of
Chroma
Owen's
season
dad
1
coming
win?
into the podcast?
Kiki
What
Baba,
are
why
all these
didn't Chroma season-
guyazos?
Open
It's
it
the
up.
same picture.
What is
Open it up.
that?
It's
do you
the
mean, what is
forehead boys.
The forehead boys. To be fair, we've met Jamie, and we do have massive foreheads.
Yeah, I met him
Who is
too.
the bigger? Okay, wait, who is the bigger one then?
Oh yeah, you were there, weren't you, man?
Yeah.
Forgot about you.
Batfin, how long did you have to hold your breath in that intro?
Like literally. Originally, they were gonna put like people drowning in the intro, and we were all gonna have to like send an audio clip of us going.
Wait, really?
Yo.
As it, no, that was not a real thing, but I thought that might give you
That
like
would've been
2
hilarious.
seconds of hope. Okay, and our
This is awful.
and our final nomination for the funniest recorded around death, we have Daryl or Crazy Monkey 7531 in Risk and Rewards
That's a
season
good one.
13. Now, this kill was basically him jumping on burning, his water disappeared, and he just fell in his face. It was a lot funnier than I described it, I promise. I'm just not very charismatic. So,
Daryl tried to jump in the ravine where water was at the bottom, and burning
What
had
round
blocked
was
it
this?
up. R&R,
13.
or yeah, 13.
When did this happen?
So,
October?
in third place, so there were 223 total votes, and with 52 of those votes, finishing with 23.3% of the total vote, we have 0x4.
Cheated.
Don't even need to describe his death. Just say Vanny, and you've got it pretty down.
Exactly.
You know, it's something stupid, little Coop.
Shout out to Maverick MC.
Come on, that's inappropriate.
Yeah, what?
Crass, don't talk.
Second place, or winner.
No, first place.
Yeah, winner.
So, the winner between Crazy Monkey 7531 and the Sonic Joey, with 93 votes, making up 41.7% of the total vote percentage, we have Crazy Monkey 7531. I apologise to Sonic Joey. Second once again.
I thought
Who came in
Andrew's
second
death
in
in Out of
Chroma?
Orbit
Can I
7
compare
was
him to?
funny.
So, Joey, you finished with 78 votes. What?
God.
You finished with 78 votes, which was 35% of the total vote.
If
so
you were one
were...
of the 78 people who voted for me, you are now officially added to Pathfinder.
I voted for you.
Well,
Except
I voted
Lego.
for Crazy Monkey.
If you voted for Crazy Monkey and you're in Pathfinder, you are banned.
I heard
Well, it wouldn't be the first time for me, to be fair.
Kevin is
I heard
banned.
Kevin. I heard
Kevin
Kevin
is banned.
voted.
Lego,
Kevin is
that's
banned.
secretly
Who
the
else?
funniest death
I
of
also heard
2017.
Max voted for Crazy
Max is
Monkey.
banned.
I also heard, or I'll test you. I also heard Stenstone voted for Crazy Monkey.
I think you voted for Crazy Monkey, and you're just trying to. You're just
I
trying to cover
also
up.
heard Emeric voted for Crazy Monkey.
I
heard
heard everybody
America
voted for
voted
Crazy
for
Monkey
Big
except
G.
for
To
Batman.
be fair, it wouldn't be the first time America was banned for Pathfinder.
Yeah.
That's true.
I would like to throw this out here. If you did not vote for Venny, you are banned from Phobia. I have the power now.
Yeah.
Oh,
very
yeah.
true.
We'll get to that
Breaking
later,
RR
Dom.
news.
That
Yeah,
hasn't
we'll
been
discuss
been
that.
revealed yet.
I know that's cool, but you guys want to hear a funnier fact?
Yeah.
In the finale of Karma Season 1, Big Z60 didn't even get the kill on some man.
Pretty
Well,
funny.
that was some animal.
Fuck's sake. That was.
Darkbob 94349.
I've limited Joey's audio, it's fine.
What?
So, moving on to our next category, we have the best recorded round trailer. Now, this is without a doubt my favourite of the awards so far, just due to how close
I don't
This
know, man. I
award-
can't win anymore. I don't think we need to do anymore.
Actually,
I have no
ended
stake
up
here.
being, we have 224 total votes, and our 3 nominees are the Nuzlocke Season 7 by
Oh,
Lemboy.
that was really good.
I did like this one. We
You
also
didn't
had
like this one?
Back in Time Season 4, also by Lemboy.
Oh my god.
This is the first of 2 awards where 2 of the 3 nominations were created by the same person. And our final nomination, I hear things.
What is that?
And then our final nomination, we have The Split Season 8 by Mr. Cute. or
That one was
Sharp.
super good.
And he also
That was-
made the
that was
art for the
probably the best
podcast, so we kind of have like corporal bias against him, like as in towards him. I mean,
Corporal, what?
yeah, we have corporal bias towards Mr.
Do you know
Cute
what
because he
corporal
created.
means?
Yeah, it's like companies and shit.
That-
We're a business here at the
Corporate.
Record Around part.
Corporate.
Yeah,
Corporal- Okay, continue.
Everyone's
don't
own,
question it.
I'm
No.
not.
In third place
Wow, that
with
was...
50 votes, with 22.3% of the total votes, we have Back in Time Season 4 by Lemboy.
Okay.
Oh my.
Okay.
That leaves us between The Split Season 8 and Nuzlocke Season 7.
Holy shit, Grant played Split Season 8.
So,
I
there
won.
I can confirm
Get some
there
nice face
were
cam.
174 votes left between them. And I can confirm that the winner received 88 of those votes,
That's a lot.
and the second place candidate received 86 of those votes.
That's close.
Ooh.
So, literally, like, there was like 2 votes done within the last 24 hours of this, and, you know, this could have swung the balance between these 2. So, in first place, as I've already said, with 88 votes to the 86 second place had, with exactly 39% of the total votes, it is... Come on, someone drum roll. Mr. Cute, The Split Season 8.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong one. Wait.
Wrong one. You have one job.
Well, no. Split Season 8. Is it even on YouTube anymore?
No, it's not. I think he's unlisted it. Okay.
Good job.
Congratulations
Honestly,
to Q.
but we have to give a shout out to Len for having 2 of his trailers in the top 3. It's pretty impressive on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, Q's trailer. I mean, he literally drew the trailer. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He is insanely talented.
I feel
and it was a
bad
very
for
good
Len,
product. Big
because
respect.
he had 5 nominations for awards, and unfortunately he didn't come out on top of any of them. But you've got to look at it from the point of view of you had things that were in the top 3
Yeah, but
nominations.
would you rather
different
win once
categories.
or come in second like 100 times?
I'd rather
probably
get
win
third.
once,
Wow,
but
Wow, really? Wow.
Wow, interesting choice by Bad Fan.
I don't know. There's no actual glory in coming second. Like, it's a good feeling coming second, I guess, but
Speaking of
like
glory,
compared to all of the rounds that year. But you know, there's no glory in it, unfortunately. But that's life, isn't it? There's always next year.
are we doing this next year? Oh God.
Well, someone might. We'll probably have passed the torch down by then. Well, I don't know. Might have
Tribe
done.
has spoken.
The tribe has spoken. Quell, you're now the lead organizer of the Record Around podcast.
I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, for
The full takeover has happened. I'm out. Yeah.
join the
Right.
channel and he's
We
he's
have
so enjoy.
4. We have 4 RR awards left for this episode, and our next one is the second of the 2 awards, where 2 of the awards, or like 2 of the nominations, were created by the same person. And you know, another fun fact: after talking to this person, the 3rd nomination for this, they actually had a very big part in creating that game mode as well. So congratulations to Crimson 5M for playing a big part in creating all 3 of the best 3 game modes of 2017.
Wow.
Woo! But obviously we don't know who has come out totally on top yet, because one of our 3 things is Ditto's transformation. Wait, shit, I didn't even name the category. Yeah, most creative game mode of 2017. 228 total votes. Our first nomination is Ditto's Transformation for Nuzlocke Season 7 by Cack and Tease. Did anyone here play Nuzlocke 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
fuck, no, you didn't.
Ixalar,
You all
shut
did.
up.
I was the only one who didn't get invited.
He was first F anyway. It's fine.
Me and Max know loads about Pokemons.
I've played at least every Pokemon game. I would know.
Max,
Yeah.
Max, I will give you.
Me and Quill.
Max, I will give you $20.
Joey,
You can
as
name
I'd say the
15
most
Pokemon
Pokemon
right now.
knowledgeable
15?
person here,
15
please give
starting
us
right now.
Excuse me.
10 seconds.
information.
Pikachu.
Quill's name is literally a Pokemon.
Machop. Machamp.
Fuck you on about, Brad?
Oh, you're out of
It
time, Max.
is.
Oh.
Is that what?
You owe me
Is that
50
what?
bucks.
That's what the quill is from.
Quillava.
Syndic had a better name.
You're literally.
Yeah, do you know who else came
Unless
from
you're
Cyndaquil?
saying
The first
Pikachu,
half of
Pikachu,
Cyndaquil.
Magikarp, I literally have no idea what you're on
It's
about.
Quillava.
Yeah, but
I don't play Pokemon,
Cyndaquil-
Joe. I've never heard of that. I think,
Come on.
I think you're missing the point.
This is common
You
knowledge,
just
that thing.
insulted him. How dare you?
I don't
Whatever.
play Pokemon.
If we don't carry
No
on
wonder
with the
you're leaving
award,
the
I'm
podcast.
if we don't carry on with the award, I'm getting Kieran in here.
Alright.
Continue
So,
quickly.
And then our other two nominations are both by Crimson 5M for 2 seasons of Phobia. We have Xenophobia for season 9 and Aquaphobia for season 11. And boom, 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 boom. In third place, with 27 votes, which made up 11.8% of the total vote percentage, we have Aquaphobia by Crimson 5M.
Wow.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, Dom's holding a banana in the intro on that one.
I will
Right.
say. I will say. At first, I thought it was just a flooded city world, but it was more in depth than I thought.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was more to it. That is
Yeah, there was quite a bit more to it, and I was surprised.
Gamemode, why didn't it win?
Right, and then in first place, with 113 votes, making up 49.6% of the total vote percentage, it is Parafusion from Karma Season 1!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, was it actually?
Fucking dick.
No,
What
it was
is it?
It was Xenophobia for Phobia Season 9.
It's not cool.
You're a dick. You're an absolute dickhead.
Wow.
It had to be done.
like that.
Moving on! Yeah, but no, also
But
congratulations to Ditto's Transformation by Kakantees, another really cool game mode,
what came
as
in
the Nuzlocke
second?
game modes
Oh
usually
yeah,
are.
way of transform. Yeah. Okay.
With 88 votes, 38.6% of the votes, and yeah, the Nuzlocke game modes are always a treat. I'm sure they are if you actually know what you're talking about with Pokemon. I personally don't have a clue, but
Shout out to Apex Twinkie.
I'm sure a lot of people do. Was Apex Twinkie in Nuzlocke?
No, I
No.
just said shout out to him.
Oh, fair enough. Shout out to Apex Twinkie. Yeah. I don't know. They added loads of new people to Nuzlocke, didn't they? I can't remember who they all are.
It got like I don't know.
So, our next category, which is the third to last, we have the best RR art, or I should probably say the best RR artist, because rather than for a single record around season, this is sort of like a general thing for the record rounds that they were made for. So we have Zev's New Dawn art. Woo. We have Kirim's Vanguard art, and we have Danny the Cool's Conception art. Now, my favourite thing about this award was actually not the votes that they received after the nominations, but during the actual nomination process of this, the first stage of the voting, these three had the exact same number of votes each, and they were actually half of my reason for going on and doing a second round of voting like we did, because we would have actually had a 3-way tie for this category. But we have found ourselves a first, second, and third as of this new voting process, and we will get onto that now. So, in first place, no, not first place, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. In third place, we had, with 63 votes, 27.9% of the total vote percentage, we have Danny the Cool with Conception.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, well done on the nominations, by the way. You kept up with the other two very well, with the amount of people that actually nominated you for it, but slightly slipped behind on this section. But yeah, very impressive. I like Danny's art a lot. I think
Oh yeah.
I
big
prefer
time.
Danny's Evolution art personally.
Personally, really
to
like the
his
Conception. I think it fits
art.
it quite well. I think he did a very good
They're
job
both
on it.
very good. But
Every
I
time he
like
does my art, he does it in a different way. I don't know why.
He's
very
very
mul-
talented at doing a lot of different styles, which is really cool.
Yeah, he very much is. These are all very talented. I think of all of the categories here, the best RR artists have got to be the most talented people of the lot. I think the work these guys do is like absolutely amazing. Like I wish I could draw like that. Like I failed art in like year 7 and then dropped it. I think it's never been a speciality of mine, I must admit. But moving on now to the winner of the Best RR Artist category, with 90 votes out of 226, 39.8% of the vote percentage. So, only 17 more votes than the one that came in last, so it was pretty much just as close as the nominations. But it is Zev from New York.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that was Lego.
Yeah, it was Lego.
Yeah.
Exit. So thank you for coming, Lego.
He appeared, ruined the podcast, and then left.
Yeah.
I'll keep ruining it.
He's a blessing.
Yeah, ruining is now just on you, Gren.
So yeah, second place, well
I'll
done
get worse.
to Kieran for the Vanguard art, 73 votes, with 32.3%, which was, another very, very good total, very close in the end, but yeah, Zev came out on top. Very good work. I think the thing that Zev, I think, probably deserved the win the most out of these people is just the fact that she just decides to make new art, like, every season.
Yeah.
Like, what other artists
She
do
really
you know who can do that?
wants to, and she's trying to work on that for the next one, but just time constraints. She has wanted to revamp the entire art.
For it is absolutely extraordinary. Like how you can just randomly say one day, right, I want to redo the art for every single player in the round. Like it's fantastic, and yeah, good on her. But also well played to the other two. You also are very talented people.
Well played.
Yep.
So, moving on to our penultimate category, it is the most unique RR perspective. This one focuses more on like a commentary standpoint, I suppose. Somebody whose specific perspective from a season of a recorded round was entertaining to watch, and this category received a total of 229 votes. So, our three nominees, we have, making another appearance in this episode, we have Frost Breath from Stranded. Stranded has done quite well, so we'll see if that can live up to the other Stranded contestants for this episode. Frost Breath was the winner of Stranded, if I'm not mistaken, playing very well towards the end and having a great final fight with Flues, which was, I mean, overall it was just a very
It
good
lasted
season.
1 second.
It was a great final fight. Shush. And I'm sure that the winner of a round that was so interesting in itself was always gonna fare quite well on a list like this.
Frost as well always does really good editing.
Oh yeah, the editing has got to be up there. If you have that good of an actual season in that good of an RR and you've got that good editing, I don't think it's any surprise to see him showing up here. Our second nominee, we have Desire Season 7, Sid Garcia's perspective. Was that the spec perspective?
That was highlighted.
that
He
was-
was with
no.
Kaoki and Talon.
Desire
I
did not
like,
have a spec.
I like
POV.
Sid, but I don't know what was so special about it. I guess it was very good.
Sid-
I guess it was very well edited.
What
Yeah,
was the one
Sid
that
did
he was in
very
spec?
well with highlighted. It was
14.
so good.
Right, sorry, that was my bad. I was thinking. I don't know why, but I was thinking, was that the one you spec'd at? I felt bad. I was like, why is Sid getting nominated and you're not? I didn't understand it. But okay, that's cleared that up.
Yeah.
And then our final nomination, we have somebody who's kind of been a bit of a breakthrough in the recorded round world recently, has grown in popularity pretty quickly and has really made a name for himself in rounds such as Evolution, Ambition, and I'm sure more to come in the future. We have Rorky.
Mikey.
But this specific nomination is for his Evolution Season 13 perspective, which I didn't personally watch because I'm not too big on watching rounds these days. But I've heard very good things about his commentary, and he's just generally quite a likable person. And I've heard similar sort of remarks about his, was it Ambition 19 with Brick?
Brick and Sir. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard very good things about that perspective too. So, yeah, good on him, and I'm sure he'll do well in the future of RRs. However, this set of votes ends. But without further ado, in third place with 39 votes, making up 17% exactly of the total vote percentage, we have Sid Garcia from Desire Season 7.
Nice.
Thumb up.
So that leaves Frost and Rawkey to make up the final two for the most unique
Very
perspective
different
category.
people, aren't they?
Oh yeah, totally.
You couldn't get two more different people.
Different
Frost and
opposites
Rocky.
of people.
But I suppose the only thing they share really is their likability, which is what has put them here. But our winner, and actually quite substantially in the lead on this category, with 50.2% of the votes, which was 115 total votes, we have Frost from Shoopter.
Congrats.
But valiant effort from Rawkey, who got 75 total votes in the end, so 40 less than Frost with 32.8% of the votes. So yeah, I was right. Rawkey was ahead for the majority of the voting process. Frost must have got, I don't know, 39 of the last 40 votes or something ridiculous like that to forge that sort of late margin on it. It was very close towards the beginning, and he ended up actually closer to Sid in third than he did to Frost in first, which I thought was quite interesting. But again, very well done to all three of you. You're all very entertaining, record around perspectives who will continue to make things like this because, well, you're just generally quite likable. But we only have one final category for this year's video, and that is for the most surprising newcomer. Now, there was a lot of actually, I wouldn't use the word controversy, but sort of like questioning about how people answered this question, because I suppose what you've got here is two of the three candidates were people who weren't really known in the community like at all. Like before joining their specific recorded rounds, nobody outside of those groups had ever heard of them. So it's quite hard to judge between them. I think what we more had in mind for that idea was known players in the community getting added to recorded rounds where you would have never expected to see them, as opposed to somebody's IRL friend playing a recorded round. So obviously people chose to answer the question a different way, and that has led us to the following set of results. But our three candidates are Amactus from Desire, who I believe is the admin on the Stratus network. That's your server that you like doing, Joey, isn't it? Is that where he's from?
Not just me, but yes, that's where he's from.
Our second candidate is Pathfinder's very own Stenstone.
Oh boy.
Sten.
I told you it would pay off.
Our final candidate is Dango989 from Ambition. Woo! Oh, sorry, I feel like we didn't really give that one much of a woo.
There you go.
We love you, Dango.
I like Dango.
Dango's Aussie, isn't he?
He's
No.
not Aussie, he's American,
He's
but
definitely Aussie.
he's like me, he has an Aussie sleep schedule.
And
That's probably it. I swear I've seen him in loads of early morning games and shit like that, maybe. I don't know. I apologise for mistaking a nationality there, Dango, if you're watching.
What's nationality?
But, yeah, let's... Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say something wrong? Sorry.
No. Just...
Oh, okay, good. I didn't want to look stupid. Well, I already did that,
A bit
but...
late for that one.
So, in third place for this category, we have, unfortunately, Pathfinder's very own Stenstone.
Rigged!
With 47 votes, 20.9% of the total votes in the end.
Dom, edit it so he actually looks like he
All banned
wins.
from Phobia. You're all banned from Phobia. Every
But
single one.
moving in to first place now between Amactus and Dango. Our next candidate and the winner of our final category for this year's video, with 92 votes, 40.9% of the total votes, we have Amactus.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Amactus. I was never able to I think I messaged Bobby or someone asking to pass on my regards, but never heard back on that front. But yeah, congratulations regardless to Amactus. And then Dango, of course, not forgetting our second place candidate with 86 votes. 38.2%. So only actually 6 votes behind Amactus. So that was a pretty closely fought battle between those two. But Amactus was the man to come out on top on that front. I find it surprising. I'd have thought either Dango would come first or last. Dango being in the middle of that list makes no sense, because Sten and Amactus are both completely unknown players, and yet Amactus finished with a considerable amount more votes than Sten, despite having no reason for that to be the case. So I was surprised to see the votes fall like that, but, you know...
Yeah, I
that
don't really
happened.
think Dango is surprising for Ambition.
Do you not?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
know.
I don't really think so either. If you kind of kept up to date what was going on, you kind of could see that hopping in.
See, the 4th place candidate, which I haven't actually mentioned any of them for any of the other categories, but the person who came in 4th and just missed out on a space in this top 3 based on the nominations was Bliv and Phobia. Now,
That's fair.
I don't think...
Yeah,
I don't think
that
that's
is fair.
particularly unexpected either. I'd expected that for ages.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
it
like
was
really
one of
quite
the
a long
newcomers
time.
that caught me off guard, as in, like, I couldn't really see them following through with it, but it was an interesting addition. It was more unexpected than Dango, I'll say that.
Yeah,
For me, at least.
we'd say that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say for me.
I guess when around the same time he joined was when they were doing a bunch of Ambition Survivors, and he was involved in them. So I guess that's why it kind of wasn't surprising to me.
And Cheaper by the Dozen as well, which was
And Cheaper by the Dozen, yeah.
that he played.
So, do we want to just do a quick run through of everybody who won the awards again, just as a quick roundup before ending off the RR award section of this?
Yep.
Yes.
So, for our first category, we have for the best upcoming recorded round, the winner was Lampoon, with 44.4% of the votes. That was organised by Shoopter and Zfic, so congratulations to you two on winning an award for this year. Our second award was the best recorded round intro, and that was won by Cryptic's New Dawn Season 13, with 36.6% of the vote, redeeming and retaining his title from the top 100 recorded round intros. For best individual season, we have Stranded, organised by LeonTG and AndrizzlePC, winning certainly not the last of their awards for this year's competition. Moving on to the best one-time RR with another win for Stranded, we have LeonTG and AndrizzlePC once again, that time winning 66.5% of the total votes, which was the biggest winning margin of any other award on this list, so congratulations to them. For the best RR kill, we have the long-awaited Miles 1 Baseball's RR kills on 99 King 0 and Bitexel. That was in Ambition 19, and that also received over 50% of the vote. So congratulations to Miles on finally earning yourself a long-awaited RR kill, or kills I should say. For funniest RR death, we have Crazy Monkey 7531 from Risk and Reward Season 13 with a very funny death in an attempt to get a kill himself, finishing with 41.7% of the vote. Moving on to Best RR Trailer with the closest margin of any award on this list, finishing with just 2 votes more than the round that finished in second place. But the winner of this category is the Split Season 8 by Mr. Q, unlucky to Lemboy, who finished very, very close behind him on that one. Moving on to Most Creative RR Gamemode, with just under 50% of the votes for this category, we have Crimson 5M's Xenophobia, where all players are disguised as villagers. It's a genius idea. I've played a couple of games myself, and I'm a massive fan.
Everything is disguised as a villager.
I would say of
It
this
terrified the shit out of me.
of this year, that's the most common new game mode that's been hosted. Just a lot of private games and public games I've seen with it.
I know, like, the Snowcrack sort of private game side of things have done quite a few games with them, but I suppose that's probably more through the Thim Jamie association that he's got that to be done a lot. But
Right.
moving on to our last 3 categories on this list, we have Zev from New Dawn with a much-deserved Best Recorded Round Art win based on all the effort that she's put in over the last few seasons. Moving on to Most Unique RR Perspective, which was won by Frostbreath, who is eternally regarded as one of the most entertaining people to watch in any recorded round, and his win in this season was enough to get him the title, again with over 50% of the votes for this category. And the winner for most surprising newcomer, we have Desires Amactus, newcomer admin on the Stratus network, and another very cool and surprising addition to the round. Now that will conclude the 2017 recorded round awards. We apologise that it took so long to get this done. It would have been ideal if we could have had it done slightly nearer to the actual anniversary, which was back on the 3rd of this month, but that never happened. But we're here now, and we hope from myself and from everyone else here, Grant, who is now AFK, and Lego, who is left, that you have enjoyed this portion of the episode. And I think we may do a small little RR podcast to end off the episode. So if you want to stick around for that, we'd love to have you. But if you're closing out at this stage of the video, thank you so much for watching, and have a good night. Now, if you're still here, you're part of the ultra cool gang. Wow. So, does anybody have anything that they want to actually discuss for this part? Because we didn't really prepare much, but I think, Dom, you'd probably like to start us off. So, I'll probably mute my mic at this point. You fuck off. Alright, do say your piece, because we know this part probably means quite a bit to you. So I'll hand completely over to you now.
For the longest time, I was the regular on the podcast who had the least qualification of being here. Now officially I have a round. Myself and Jamie Thin White Male have been passed Phobia, because Crimson has little interest in UHC anymore. So that I now have that on me, which will be my thing going onwards. I'm now the organizer of Phobia, and it's going to be a disaster, I can tell you that much. It's going to be beautiful. Jamie's already removed all of my permissions from the Discord accidentally.
You've kicked Vinny about 20,000 times.
We never kicked Vinny. He just left a lot and demanded many different things.
Has he joined back?
He has joined back. He's stopped being a pain now.
Do you have to sign more? What's the word?
I'm not signing any of his contracts.
I've seen quite a few people sort of quite surprised at the appointment of organizer, but honestly, I look at the players in that round and who's actually active, and for me, the only part of it that's surprising is just the length of time that the two of you have been in the round. But the fact of the matter is, anybody who's been in the round for a considerable amount of time is probably a very old member of the community, and hence either A, already has their own recorder round, or B, is so inactive in the community that they're showing up once every 2 months for Phobia, is certainly in no fit state to actually organise a round of their own. So I think you guys are certainly the best two choices. Two people who I think would be great organisers and didn't at that moment have your own rounds, and I wish you the best of luck.
Max was an organiser of Satamina about 1 season in.
Yeah, I only started organising after 2 seasons, so...
I took over my round having never played a season, mate. I'm in no place to judge on the, passing down the torch on organisation.
Honestly, I've been wanting to see Dom organise a round for a while now, because he definitely knows what he's doing, so
yeah,
I'm excited.
After the folktales shambles, it needs a bit of redemption.
I haven't had anyone PM me about the fact I deleted the Discord yet, so it's all good.
Yeah,
I noticed that, but I didn't really care.
I couldn't be asked to DM you.
Hey,
I didn't really care.
Here's some news for the podcast. There was plans for a reunion season, a one-off season of Folktales, because we had a fantastic game mode and we had a pretty good roster. But lack of motivation and just problems when it came to organizing it just meant that it was not destined to be. So
yeah,
I also think the dynamic between
I played the Discovery reboot earlier on in the year. I think Max, you played that as well.
We may have teams, maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah, that happened.
I think the dynamic between you and Thin is going to work out really well for organizing Path. Or why did I almost say Pathfinder? Phobia.
Is there something I'm not telling you?
If Joey's not interested in UHC, he can step down. I'll add Jamie and boot up Jamie and Tom.
I have no fucking clue why I just said Path. He's gone.
Listen, it's fine. Just give me Pathfinder. It'll be okay.
Considering the last 3 game modes, Dom practically already organizes Pathfinder.
That's what I'm talking about.
Also, no, I already made Venny the organizer.
You really don't want to do that.
You don't.
He'll die 175. You don't want this.
I made Benny
Yo,
the organizer.
Shall I
You know,
bring
made
in some
Jackson
random guests for
Jackson's
this
the organizer.
discussion?
Jackson's
I'll
always the
tag
organizer.
everyone in the Record Around Discord and say, first 2 people to respond with a decent topic, we'll give you the TS pass and you can come on and discuss that topic with us.
Oh,
Don't do
no,
this!
don't do that.
Listen, I know of all the recorded round intros in the development, and let me tell you, of the ones I've seen, I'm really excited for Karma Season 2.
Oh my fuck!
No, no. You did not just say that.
We've been recording for an.
All the winners of the awards, like right before you say it, and then just act like nothing happened.
You do realize I'm gonna be keeping in every single mention of Karma Season 1. That is 100% staying. I'm not getting rid of that.
When does Karma Season 2 get Kazmic in the channel?
Okay, that's our second question. Let's get in on that.
Why don't we just cut down the podcast to literally only the words karma, so whenever somebody says karma...
Someone's probably already gonna do that.
Quill, are you suggesting not doing this thing and just ending it there?
But the rest of the...
Yeah.
This entire podcast set up with the sole idea of screwing over Lenboy as much as humanly possible.
We should do. We should do.
I get the impression that's
Bad
where
fan.
this is
You should do
going.
some closing words to the podcast. But Len will be here, and we'll never explain why he's here.
Yeah.
That'll be
I like
really
it.
good.
I mean,
Len, you have to do the closing of the podcast.
Yeah, we're not explaining why Quilla's here.
Yeah, I didn't actually introduce anyone at the start of the episode, and then Quill started giving his opinion on a topic, and I'm just like, Quill, why are you actually here?
Hello!
People are really gonna notice that one.
Yeah.
People won't have clicked off the video by then.
No.
Actually, I'll let you do it if you try and put on a British accent and
No, I
pretend
don't
to be
care.
me
No.
whilst doing
I would
it.
be awful at it anyway.
That'd be funny.
Oh, you bloody cons, have a good night.
Oi! Right, that's the ending. That's it right there. That's where we're cutting it. Dom, make sure that's how it ends, please, for me. That's it. Right, thanks for coming, guys.
Why don't we just cut down the podcast to literally only the words karma, so whenever somebody says karma...
Someone's probably already gonna do that.
Karma also.
Karma?
Karma.
I think the Karma.
Karma Season 1.
Karma Season 1!
Bloody karma, have a good night.